In this time of COVID spreading around the world and different types of COVID spreading around the world, many people have been asking our government, why are you allowing plane loads of people to still land in Canada, especially from hotspots? Justin Trudeau has his speaking notes, and he says, we have a really secure border. Well, Brian Lilley, he writes for the Toronto Sun and Post Media. He joins me right now because I think, if I was reading your columns correctly, you disagree with the Prime Minister. How dare you?
I think he's lying. In fact, in my column on the weekend, where I exposed this, I said he tells three big lies. We have the most stringent border measures in the world.
Right.
Non-essential travel has been banned, and that it is primarily just Canadians and their dependents coming in. Every single one of those talking points is a lie. We have not banned non-essential travel.
Right.
Our travel rates are double last year at this time. So that's that lie. Secondly, the most stringent border measures now they're saying in the Western world. Okay, well, I compared to Britain, to Hong Kong, to New Zealand, to Australia. They're all in the Western world. They all have much tighter measures than we do, and so do many other countries. But get this lie that, well, it's just Canadians coming in, and they have the right to come into the country.
Baloney.
Yeah. So between February 22nd and April 18th, the numbers from the Canada Border Services Agency flying in to Canada, 105,000 Canadians, 110,000 foreign nationals.
Are you suggesting for a second that when it comes to telling the truth, our dear Prime Minister is on par with the former President of the United States, Mr. Trump?
I would say so. Or as they say in parliamentary language, they are unfamiliar with the Eighth Commandment.
How do Canadians let him get away with that? You don't, but many Canadians still high in the polls.
Well, I think a big part of it is that the gallery in Ottawa doesn't fact-check him. I mean, you talk about the former President of the United States. The Toronto Star sent their top reporter from City Hall down to CNN to fact-check everything he says. I'd like to see them fact-check Justin Trudeau. Any of them in the gallery? They don't. They let him say these talking points. They repeat the talking points, but they don't fact-check them. And look, politicians of all stripes need to be fact-checked.
Absolutely.
You know this.
Yes, no, I've run into a few politicians in my life, but I mean, they should be fact-checked. But I mean, it's really then the mainstream press, which is letting down Canadians because Canadians are being fed a lot of hogwash, which you have proven is not true.
So take, for example, this idea that we've got the most stringent measures in the world and in the hotspot variant.
Right.
If you have been to one of the countries listed on the red list for Britain, and you're not a citizen of Britain, you're not allowed in. They don't even let you in.
Which is why Britain is virtually completely open now, and one of the reasons why. And everybody's shopping and eating and walking around, having a great time. Brian Lilley, it's been a good time. Thank you very much. 3 minutes. Our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, recently stood up in the House of Commons and prefaced his remarks by saying, and we will only work from the facts, quote, unquote, and then proceeded to lie by saying Britain was in a horrible, horrible third wave, trying to show, in fact, that Canada was not the worst in the world. Britain, though, had vaccines. Canada did not. And this was not reported in the mainstream Canadian media, the media paid for by Justin Trudeau. All of which, I'm telling you, is that it's important to have this 3-minute interview. Please subscribe, ask your friends to subscribe, and press that PayPal thing so we can continue on to bring you the news you otherwise might not know.